suo moto FIR was registered initially at Vizag police station. Subsequently, on 5th of December, government constituted a special investigation team, which was headed by Shri Limasanat Zamir, IPS IGP range, as the chief investigating officer. And in that order, Ms. Rupa, DIG CID, Manoj Kumar, SP Crime, and 2 more officers were included, with the option that as and when required, the SIT can co-opt more officers. In that order, the government had asked the SIT to complete its investigation within 1 month and submit its report. As a result of that SIT, the case initially which was registered in Vizag police station was transferred to State Crime Police Station in Kohima, and a new FIR was registered under section 302, 307 and 34 IPC. While conducting the investigation, as we went into the investigation, we co-opted more officers, and ultimately SIT was made up of 21 officers. In order to conduct the investigation in a professional manner, which will cover all aspects of the offence and which will also go into all details of how the operation was conducted by the army, the circumstances of conducting the operations, etc. The SIT was further divided into 8 teams, out of which 4 teams were given the task of examination of witnesses, the injured victims at various places, be it at Mon, Dimapur, Dibrugarh, the other witnesses in the forms of doctors, the villagers, etc. One team was tasked with the responsibility of cyber and technical analysis of available technical and electronic evidences. One team at police headquarters under the supervision of DIG CID was tasked with compilation of the documents. As you can understand, there would be a lot of documentation, and since it's a legal procedure, documentation is essential. One team was asked to purely study the scene of crime, reconstruct the crime that had occurred, collect the material exhibits and evidences from the scene of crime, compile it and send it for forensic analysis. And one team was tasked with the task of coordinating with various forensic science laboratories, be it Central Forensic Science Laboratory or be it NELIT in Kohima. In last 1 month, more than 1 month, the SIT has visited the scene of crime on multiple occasions. In fact, one team under one SP rank officer was tasked to stay there for almost more than 15-20 days and to examine and study the entire scene of crime from multiple angles, collect the evidences, reconstruct the events, simulate the various possibilities in which the crime would have taken place. We have collected lot of material evidence in the form of empty ammunitions. We have collected some other exhibits from the scene of crime which were taken over by the SIT from the possessions of the villagers in Oting village. A media appeal was made, a general appeal was made that any individual who was in possession of any original video or audio should be shared with the investigation team, and accordingly we have identified and collected few videos which were original in nature, not forwarded. After following due legal procedure, those evidences are taken on record and currently under cyber forensic analysis. We had also requested a team of 4 senior forensic scientific analysts from Central Forensic Science Laboratory, Guwahati and Hyderabad to come visit the scene of crime, reconstruct the entire events, examine various possibilities, and accordingly a team of CFSL from Guwahati and Hyderabad visited the scene of crime on 21st of December. They were there for 2 days, and after completing their analysis, we have forwarded the exhibits, the soil samples, the blood samples, the ammunitions, etc. to the CFSL labs in Guwahati and Hyderabad, and we are awaiting the reports from them. Similarly, the videos which were collected, extracted from the original source, are under currently the cyber forensic analysis, and we are awaiting the results. In the process of investigation, the SIT has examined 85 plus civilian witnesses, which included the injured people at Mon, Dimapur and Dibrugarh, which also included various villagers, various officials from government, the drivers, etc. We issued notices under section 91 to the army officials for collection of the important documents. We have received the information from army on multiple questions that we had asked. It's still in process. After collecting those documents and after collecting the names and details of the personnel who were part of the operations, we had issued summons under section 160 CRPC, and accordingly, till date we have examined 37 various officers and other ranks of Army and Assam Rifles. Those statements have been recorded and they are part of the report now. We have also recorded 2 statements of the surviving victims under section 164, that is statement to the judicial officers, and those are also a part of report now. This is the progress of the investigation. That I can say that by and large the field investigation in the form of recording of the statements of the witnesses, victims, etc. are over. The cyber forensics which were supposed to be done is under process now. We have collected multiple CDRs also of multiple phone numbers. CDR analysis is also by and large over. On the basis of the CDR analysis, further statements of other people were supposed to be recorded. Those are, lot of them are completed, some of them will be completed very soon. See, a FIR is registered under the provisions of the CRPC, section 154. Once the FIR is registered, it is submitted to the court of law. The result of the investigation in any form, an investigating agency is supposed to share only with the court of law. So, putting it out in the public domain at this stage, when the investigation is not completed, I think is not legally tenable.